Bush, nobody lives there?
You know where they went?
Who you looking for?
Bradshaw? Glenn?
Bradshaw. Glenn Bradshaw?
Yeah.
That's my son.
Okay.
Hi, how are you?
I'm his bail bondsman.
Oh, okay.
Alright, where's your son?
Didn't he come see you today?
I don't know if he came and see me, but he hasn't seen me in 3 weeks. I was
Didn't
on
he
the road
quit?
all day, so I don't know.
He went to see you today in New York. I moved. I used to live there. I moved out April 3rd.
Okay. He said he was living there.
He was.
And where's he living now?
Glenn went to see you today.
That's not what I'm asking you. Where's Glenn now?
Well, I'm in the Howard Johnson. Glenn been staying with friends, but Glenn went to New York to see you today.
So you may want to call Glenn because I don't have a phone number to get a hold of Glenn.
Glenn don't have a phone.
Well, do you know how to get a hold of him?
No,
Not at all.
no, but I am his mother.
And who bailed him out?
His uncle, Nelson Bradshaw.
Yeah, and that number doesn't work either. Can you get a hold of Nelson?
Uh,
All right, because
Maybe
Glenn
I can-
hadn't
maybe I
been.
can
Glenn
try.
has not come in since May 22nd. Was the last time he came into my office, almost a month ago.
Are you serious?
Yep. Okay, I
When
didn't
his
drive up to.
grandmother-
I didn't drive up to this town
When his
for my health.
grandmother, I see y'all. I'm standing here with my neighbor because I
Right.
used to live there, and I'm looking like, what the hell? And y'all ask, it's funny you asking questions because that's my son.
Yeah.
And we make sure that we try to give him money to get down there
It's true
to
because
see y'all. You know what I mean? And today, and today, he went down. All right, last week he was supposed to come see you.
Yeah, last 3 weeks he hasn't been in. And I don't have a phone to get a hold of him. None of the
He
phone.
doesn't have a phone.
Well, that's not my problem.
Well, you yelling at me. It ain't
I'm not
I
yelling
mean,
at you, dear.
He
Okay,
grown.
but
He's
it's a
21
little
years old.
right. But
Okay,
again,
I'm just being
all right.
honest with
So
you.
what is? How do I get a hold of his uncle?
I don't know because I don't deal with his uncle, but I can try to call his grandmother.
If you could, please, because his uncle's number doesn't work either. And he's the one responsible for him.
Right, so you know Nelson Bradshaw.
Well, I
Well,
don't.
you asked me
I've
to
never
bail him
met
out.
him.
You already knew that.
I know who he is. Yeah, well,
All right, but you yelling at me and everything.
I'm not yelling at
I'm
you,
just
dear.
his mother. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean?
yelling at you. And I would think as his mom, you should be able to get a hold of your 21-year-old son.
Well, my 21-year-old son doesn't have a phone.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
He should get a job.
He had a job,
Well,
and he lost a job.
Right.
So, you know.
well, he's about to lose his freedom if I don't speak to him tonight.
Okay, well, I
Okay?
don't know. I'm going to try to call his grandmother.
And then when I hit him with bail jumping charges, he'll know what. I'm just annoyed that I had to drive up here. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody
well, it's
has.
just funny that I'm just standing here with my neighbor.
Right.
I used to live there, and I am his mother. What's
Right,
my
but-
ID?
No, I believe you. I believe you. Why
If
would
you
you
get
lie?
real nasty with me for no reason. I
Nobody's
didn't do
getting
shit.
nasty, man.
I don't deal with his uncle. I'm going to try.
I'm trying to prevent. My job is not to put people in jail. My job is to take people out of jail. Okay? But when I have somebody that's not checking in, now I was up in Syracuse all day today. Okay, so I don't know if he came into the office, but somebody would
He
have called
did.
me.
He did.
How do you know? You don't know that for sure. You didn't go there with him. You guys have been giving him money to get down there. He hasn't showed up in 3 weeks.
I be giving him money, and his grandmother
Right.
pay his tickets like, you know.
Okay,
like
and I
online.
understand that, dear. You know, I would assume he's probably somewhere in the city since he's got court tomorrow morning, correct?
Yes, he do.
Yeah.
Gotta call his great grandmother.
I'd rather squash this whole thing tonight rather than going to court tomorrow and putting him back in jail and charging him. You know, I don't
When
want
you came up here for something, you was gonna put him in jail anyway.
to. No, I'm coming
Oh,
from
no.
Syracuse, so that's.
I don't know what the hell
No.
going on. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Right.
I know we make sure he get his ass down there.
He has not been
No.
there. This is the gentleman that does all the check-ins. Your son has been on bond a while too, which pisses me off is that he was never messing up, and then all of a sudden for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, he hasn't come in. Like that you know, something goes wrong.
Yeah.
You know, why did all of a sudden he stop
I don't
going?
know.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Why
what
you
my
taking my
concern
damn
is.
money and acting like your ass is gone and you're not? But then I got your bail bondsman running up on me. Well, he didn't even know it was me. Just so happened I'm your mother. I don't got time for that. I give him he ain't my only child. I got 5 kids.
Mhm.
He's the oldest. His uncle bailed him out.
Right.
So this late, I'm gonna try to call his grandmother. This is great grandma to try to get his uncle's number.
Yeah, well, because that's the other problem too, and I'll address that with his uncle wants to speak to him, but none of the phone numbers work, so I can't get a hold of anybody. That that turns into an issue too.
Yeah, I know she's telling the truth because I'm with them when she say.
Yeah, I'm not doubting
I
it.
see y'all peeking in the window.
I
I already
know,
know nobody don't
what's the
live there.
No, I'm not doubting you.
Hey, look up for-
I'm not doubting you. Listen, if I thought you were lying to me, I would tell
No,
you.
'cause I know you ain't looking for me. I ain't know.
Right, I'm not. Like I said, listen. Listen, he even went the extent and told us he was living here. So I don't think he's trying to hide anything. But I want to know why he can't check in the last 3-4 weeks.
And it's no way to call him, so we have to come.
I mean, I was in Syracuse since last night. Looking for a guy. And then I went down to Scranton, Pennsylvania to work, and then to Strasburg, and now I come over here, and I still got to go back to Brooklyn to work tonight.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's where you have to go
Right.
to Brooklyn.
How far are we from the city from here?
Hour and a
Like
half.
an hour and a half.
It's that far.
Let's see if Denny's grandma's voice
No,
back.
that's an hour and a half to the city, to Brooklyn, wherever you're gonna go is another 2
Yeah.
minutes.
It's nice and quiet up here, though.
Oh yes. I've been here 10 years. Never have a problem.
I can give you his grandmother number.
Yeah.
That's the most I could do. The uncle that bailed him out, I don't speak to
Do you
him.
know if he still lives at the address that he?
No, his uncle moved to Beaverton. He's been moved to Beaverton.
Upstate?
His uncle?
The one that bailed him out? Nelson?
He been gone.
Way upstate?
He's in Beaverton.
We just went through Binghamton.
Well, he's in Beaverton.
15 miles from Syracuse.
Their uncle been in Beaverton for about fucking 7 months or something like that. Maybe longer. But
How long has he been out on bail for?
who?
His son.
Well, I think he bailed him out in the summertime because I've been up
So
here.
his uncle moved after he bailed him out.
Right.
Okay. All right. What's grandma's number?
Grandma, I'm gonna give you grandma.
Grandma.
His grandma is at 646
646
469
469
8870.
8870. Okay, and that's grandma.
Yeah, and you could try because it's late. But this is great grandma.
Great
I'm
grandma.
trying to get you to get in touch
Right.
with the uncle,
Yeah.
which is 347.
Now is that your brother?
No, that's his father's. I got 5 kids by his date. We all family.
All right.
The uncle that bailed him out is his uncle.
Right. It's your husband's or ex-husband, whatever.
Right, brother.
Brother. Okay.
Okay. Great grandma.
Go ahead. 347.
347 531 0836.
Let me give you my number as well, so you have it in your phone. And this way, if you can get in touch with him, because I would suspect that he's probably down in the city right now, considering he's got court tomorrow.
He went to the city because he said he's going to come to y'all on Tuesday. He said he called last week. Whoever he spoke to said come on Tuesday. So he couldn't get the car for you to get down here on Tuesday. So he went today because his days is like Tuesdays, Thursdays.
Right.
So he went today. So I'm thinking, being that he didn't come back, 'cause I know he got court tomorrow, that he probably going to stay in the city and just
Right.
go to court.
Right. That's what.
So that's why I don't understand, like, why y'all here?
Well, because I was
cannot
coming from.
believe he ain't
No,
been down
because I was
there.
coming from Syracuse, so he stopped here.
But what
Now,
kills me
if
is
he
that
came into the office today, I have his check-in card. Each week when they come in, they have to check in.
Okay.
So they would have called me and said, "Hey, Vinny, do we have this check-in card?" And I would have said, "Yes, I want to speak to him. You tell him to sit his ass down, and I'll be down there in a few hours."
But the thing that bothers me is that we've been scraping up to make sure that he get down there.
Right.
And then for you to tell me that he ain't been there
Right.
since May.